I feel like shit.
Monday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
It's just one of those happy days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home.
It's just one of those days where you don't wanna wake up. Everything is but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet,
Just knock it off, you scum bucket.
it's just one of those days. It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home. Ready to make stand.
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with the bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just,
I'm losing my cool.
it's all about it.
Happy days.
It's just one of those,
Happy days.
it's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home. Ready to make stand.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. Dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
And my day keeps going this way and this way.
I'm gonna pop you one so you'll stop playing games.
Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get it.
What we got here is a case of mistaken identity, you know? See, now this here,
Not Robert.
I feel like shit.
Monday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
It's just one of those happy days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home.
It's just one of those days where you don't wanna wake up. Everything is everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet,
Just knock it off, you scum bucket.
it's just one of those days. It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home. Ready to make stand.
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with the bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just,
I'm losing my cool.
it's all about it.
Happy days.
It's just one of those,
Happy days.
it's just one of those.
Ready to make stand.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. 'Cause right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
And my day keeps going this way and this way.
I'm gonna pop you one so you'll stop playing games.
Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get it.
What we got here is a case of mistaken identity, you know? See, now this here,
Not Robert.
I feel like shit.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
It's just one of those happy days.
The weekend comes, the cycle hums.
It's just one of those days where you don't wanna wake up. Everything is everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet,
Just knock it off, you scum bucket.
it's just one of those days. It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, the cycle hums. Ready to make stays.
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with the bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just,
I'm losing my cool.
it's all about
Happy days.
It's just one of those,
Happy days.
it's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, the cycle hums. Ready to make stays. These days.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. Right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
If my day keeps going this way, I just might. I'm gonna pop you one so you'll stop playing games. Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get it.
What we got here is a case of mistaken identity, you know? See, now this here
Not Robert.
Oh, right, because we don't have Dan this week, do we?
And there he is.
Huh.
Okay, so yeah, there we go. We're live we're live with another Radio Mythoverse for the 6th of August. Now, in case anyone can tell, this week's a little bit different because, well, Dan's not here this week. He's on vacation with his wife, so duty to host the stream fell to me and Matt. And as Matt and I are not as tech savvy as Dan and well, I don't have a PC that can handle OBS because it needs parts that need upgrading. So Matt is handling the streaming part while I'm handling the YouTube part. But yeah, so bit of a different show this week, and that's why we started out with a different song.
Yep, and we won't have a game later on because Discord is having issues keeping up my voice connection, it seems. It's been going from green to red to green to red.
Yeah, okay, so this is just gonna be a shoot the shit.
That would be a very big problem if you were colorblind.
Okay, so the chat, we have both Neo Star Productions and Ironverse, Cody in the chat.
Hey
And
guys.
Shirtless Yoda's in the chat too, but he's also in the panel right now.
Hello.
Yeah, so we've also got Alabaster Scarf and Chad. So we got a pretty good. I think we're set for a pretty good show this week. To start off, so as far as news has gone, I think if anyone was paying attention, Dan's wife just completed the first of the hoodies. Matt, you've got the image on your PC, right?
I don't have it saved, but I can save it right now and pull it up.
Yeah, can you pull it up on the stream right now so people can see? Because like this is awesome. Like I think she still has about a dozen of these left to go, but they're getting done, which is great. That's what we. So So yeah, if you back for the hoodie, you will be getting that, and expect 2 packages in the mail, 1 for the hoodie and the rest for the print media, which will be handled by Woodgate Publishing. Oh, and of course we got Gorgonite in the chat too as well, and it cleans the blood off, cleans off the blood and various poetry materials from my hands. So yeah,
Have we ever seen Gorgonite and Demon Ear in the same in the same stream live chat?
Oh,
I think a couple.
Brett,
I think there.
That reminds me. I had a really important question.
Okay.
Did you manage to get Gorgonite in the chat yet?
Gorgonite's in the Discord.
Sorry, that was a big of a throwback.
No, I think I
Oh
don't think he sent an invite yet.
God damn you!
Yeah, Brett, have you sent Gorgonite an invite yet?
Yeah.
I will walk off this fucking stream if you keep it up. I will.
We love you. We love you, Brett.
Okay, guys. Here it is.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. Do you mind just put off to the side a little bit, like right next to the slideshow.
So.
No, put it. No.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have to
fine.
resize it, Brett.
Fine. Okay, fine. It's fine where it is. Brett, calm down.
Yeah, Brett, you might want another, bud.
I already ate before the show. If I'm cranky, it's because I gotta put up with you dipshits.
Take a shot of vodka, count to 5, and take another.
Shut up. Okay, so yeah, we got. All right, so yeah, the hoodies are coming along nice. So that, I guess next on the docket is like, as far as books go, can't speak to Adobe Kroger because Dan's not here. So how about Mythics?
Oh, good. This past weekend, Beth was at Gen Con, so I'm not sure how much work she had gotten done, but I think it's in a good place.
Mm-hmm. If you had to ballpark it,
I'd say by the end of the month I'll probably have it done.
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Victor's still inking, as far as I know. Ginger is moving into a new place on her over in the UK. Because I had this chat with Zeno, he said it should not take long and it shouldn't hurt production too much. But as far as I know, she's still finishing up Sporkman. So yeah, right now, as it stands, I think Changeling is the one that's the furthest behind.
Yeah. It's because you keep on giving Ginger work outside of Changeling.
I only gave her 1 book. All right, so I think before we continue on, yeah, you can remove the hoodie. By the way.
Okay.
Now, before we continue on, and this is something I want to get I'm gonna put in the chat so that everyone can find this. If you guys were not paying attention, weren't on Twitter recently, because Vamp Candy's cat has unfortunately come down with a bit of illness. I don't remember the exact name. All I know is that it means her cat Critters, her body's autoimmune disorder seems to think her teeth are a foreign object, and she hasn't been able to eat properly for a while. So Vamp just recently set up a GoFundMe that Matt and I both shared on Twitter, and I shared in the Discord. I am now sharing in the chat right now. Now, Vamp's a valued member of this community. She was there at the beginning, and she's more than earned our help, guys. So if you've got some money to spare, head up the GoFundMe and help Vamp get the money for her cat's procedure, which is going to remove her teeth. Pretty sure she'll still be able to eat after that point, but the main point is just making sure she can keep her cat alive. So. So yeah, it's a bit. So yeah, kind of a bit of a downer, but like I said, we're here to help out our own people.
That we are, and that's going to be what distinguishes us from some of the others.
Yep. Oh, you're gonna tell me that there are other people in the Mythoverse who need help too right now?
Well, eventually there's going to be more, you know, honestly.
Yeah. All right, so okay, unless you and I have got anything else to talk about him, I think the next item on the agenda to move to would be who won this week's Me6 contest. And I
can't imagine who it could have been. There's no one that immediately comes to mind as the person who's been posting the most.
It's Dylan.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know. I do not understand how Dylan keeps out posting everybody.
He is ascending beyond that of a normal shit poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan. Yeah, so for the third week in the row, Dylan's taken first spot on the Me6 contest. So yeah, Dylan, you won the no prize again.
It's almost as one-sided as Formula One has been for the last few years.
You really think so?
Well, there's a reason I stopped watching.
I don't watch Formula One, so I don't know.
I
Same
don't
here.
know what it is.
Formula One race.
Okay.
To be fair, I did come in third, but that's mainly due to lots of late posting because I've just been really damn busy this week.
Hey, you've been. But yeah, right now Dylan has a 3-week streak going strong, and let's see if we need to see if someone can break his streak because he's fast becoming the Undertaker on this server.
Gorgonite Emissary says, "Truth is, the game was rigged from the start," and attributes the quote to Dylan.
Sure. Yeah. The game is rigged because Dylan won't stop posting. Although now that Troy's taking up a more active role in the Discord, that could change.
Oh, just wait until I start getting the cooking stuff going. I mean, in the Mythoverse Diner channel, I did make the faux bow that was requested. I forget exactly who for. It was a very rough one. I didn't have the most time to really go and to work at it. But there will be a better version and a video coming sometime in the near future.
Which is awesome.
I think the foe was Adobe.
Yeah, Adobe's. Yeah, Dan said Adobe has developed a love for faux.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I can spoil other goodies that will be coming to the channel. I don't even know if it matters.
Well, I know that for Maeve, we have, and I quote, a giant cookie with hot fudge, marshmallows, and other assorted treats.
It's a dessert pizza.
Oh yeah, this is gonna kill me. I already know. It's a good thing.
Share with the friends on Discord, and then it won't be as much.
And what did you want? Maeve loves sweets.
And that is fair. At the very least, I know some kids who.
Well,
they're
it
gonna
just makes me wonder if her parents know how to cook anything.
Her parents know how to. Her mom cooks.
Ooh.
Oh, Gorgonite, you had to bring this up. He just had to bring that up.
Is it something lowly related?
Speaking of Troy, real talk, did any of y'all expect your characters to have as much NSF work of them as they do now?
To be honest, I did not expect anything from Troy because if it's anything, you don't expect free stuff from people you like.
Neostar says I'd be happy to help donate, though I'm not sure who Vamp Candy is. She's a friend of the show. She's a friend of the community. Neostar. That's all you.
Basically, she's a good person.
Yes, she's also one of the co-hosts for the Kumite.
Also producer, right?
Also the producer, yes. But she was one of she was.
What does being a producer entail? We don't know, but it's very important.
I think her job is to handle all the tech stuff that Tonka doesn't.
Basically, it's the OBS stuff.
Yeah. And also manage all the people who get. Also manage all who's on the show too. I think, but I think it's mostly the OBS stuff that Tonka doesn't know how to do. I think. Don't quote me on that. Chad says hashtag no spaghetti for Wario.
Oh, that's true.
The true meaning of not safe for work. No spaghetti for Wario. Poor Wario. What did he do to deserve this? This is why he's evil, guys. This is why he is evil.
I don't think Wario's evil. He's just greedy. He's just a greedy, selfish bastard.
So he's a politician.
He already would be. He's just. Have you ever noticed that the Wario game is all about gathering as many coins as possible?
There's also Mario too.
Except for Wario encourages beating people up as well.
Yeah, but Wario's all about getting rich.
True.
Luigi too. Luigi's Mansion.
What about Luigi's Mansion?
Well, you know, the more coins you get, the bigger mansion you get at the end. So, you know.
Yeah, but the point of Luigi's Mansion is to rescue Mario.
Well, Mario's a little bitch, and we all know it. So.
Actually, real talk. Did anyone think Luigi's Mansion is criminally underrated?
Haven't played it.
I would say it is.
It's not as much, I think, because it might not have necessarily been groundbreaking, but everyone I've talked to has given it what I feel is the proper respect it deserves.
Yeah, like everyone I know who's played it, they say that it's a great game.
That's because it is.
Yeah. I think I missed out on that game because we did have a game. We did have a GameCube when I was a kid, but I think the Mario title we had at the time on it was Super Mario Sunshine.
Super Mario Sunshine!
Oh, that was pretty good.
It blew my mind when I found out that Parthenax's voice actor was the same guy that does Mario.
What? Okay.
Really? Okay, really. Keep talking, please. I need to hear more of this.
Okay, I can't remember his name for the life of me, but the guy who does the voice of Mario, and actually I think he does all of those, you know, Nintendo Italians. I mean, they have very similar voices, so. But he does the voice of Parthenax, the dragon that sits atop the third of the world in Skyrim.
Charles Martinet, I think is his name.
That's the one.
Yeah, he voices Mario, Luigi, and Wario in the Mario Bros. game
And
franchise.
Waluigi. he also said that when he plays Waluigi, he does so with the mindset of someone who genuinely feels like the entire world is out to get him.
Well, in a way, it's true.
Gorgonite says, correction, Rags Luigi better than Mario. Sure.
This
Sure.
was actually kind of funny. Apparently, he was in Beauty and the Beast as well, the '97 film.
Yeah, it says he's the red suited ghost. Must have missed that one.
Yeah. He's in JoJo.
He was in the Deadpool also. It's one of the It's like the last Dirty Harry movie. Oh, he was in the 2004 OVA, not the anime series that came out like a few years back. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, his voice work in video games is a lot bigger than anything else.
Police Quest, open search. Oh my. Carmen
What?
San Diego. Yeah, no, that's one of his voice acting roles apparently.
Damn. Man, who knew Mario got around? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many voice actors who have like that iconic, that one role like they're very known for. You'd be surprised how prolific they work. Like who's that? Like Ben Diskin. Like Ben Diskin's been in a lot more things than people realize.
Well,
I'm sure people can point to a couple roles he's done. Like anyone who grew up watching Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was number one in that show. And he was also Joseph Joestar in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Let's see, The Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. He voiced Gimli in that. That's actually cool.
Are you still talking about Charles Martinet or Ben Diskin?
Yes.
Of course you are.
Yeah, no, sorry. Like, mild OCD. I'm like, there is a list, and I am stuck in it right now. There's a lot of video games on this list.
You're honestly surprised.
Yeah. Very, very actually.
Yeah, but yeah, I was pointing to Ben Diskin, like he's got a pretty huge filmography too. Like, I didn't know he was in Naruto.
Oh Lord.
You said it like that's a bad thing, Matt.
Well, I've seen a lot of really annoying Naruto fans.
Oh, just wait until you go to an anime convention.
Oh, that's why I call it annoying.
The amount of Akatsuki that you see there.
How many times have you been to Youmacon, Matt?
I went from 2005 to 2014.
So that's almost 10 years.
Yep.
Then I think I went from 15 until 18. So yeah, I've done the past 3 years, and it's been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but 1 year I caught the Con Funk like the week or two before, and it wiped me for a whole 2 months.
Huh.
I think I spent most of the 2017 convention weekend in the hotel room that we were renting, hallucinating and watching Neo Yokio, otherwise known as Jaden Smith's weird anime with the giant Toblerone.
Of course.
Neostar says I rather liked Mario in the cartoons. He was once played by Captain Lou Albano. If anyone here knows their wrestling, they know that name.
He was actually at Youmacon 1 year.
Captain Lou?
Yeah.
Get out of here, really?
Yep.
Holy shit, that is amazing.
I think it was 06 or 07.
Huh. Gorgonite says Naruto fandom summed up. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than the bullets. I'm pretty sure the Area 51 meme is dead at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it pretty much died as soon as Rooster did a short on that.
Actually, I think it died the moment you started seeing it in that cable news.
Yeah. But it is going to be entertaining if it turns out that the reason why they waited Area 51 is because nobody expected such stupidity.
Yeah, you were right about that.
They run out of bullets. Nobody expected how many stupid people there were.
It's the internet. Never underestimate the internet.
On the one hand,
Never.
On the one hand, okay. If I go any further with this train of thought, I might get it. If I go any further with this train of thought, could that be taken as encouraging violence or something? Because it involves the stupid people and a Darwin Award.
Honestly,
If
I
it's
believe
an observation, I don't think. If it's an observation or a hypothesis, I don't think that would count as inciting violence.
Okay, so would anyone agree that it would probably be a net good if these people got killed?
Meh.
I indulged in that one.
Honestly, if they died, I would say Darwin Award. Honestly, I know a lot of people who deserve a Darwin Award.
Well, some go to eat at McDonald's.
Yep. Humanity is a plague, McDonald's is the cure, to quote one man who was much wiser than I.
Oh, I get it. It's because they're basically eating themselves to death with that food.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, now here's a question: Have you guys ever had anyone actually choke on the food there?
Nope.
No, don't think so.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, we've had like people slip and fall because I honestly don't get why they did this, but the specific tiling they used to redo the floor in the lobby is slippery no matter what. If you go and you let like the soap rest on there and pull everything up off of it, you scrub that thing as clean as you can get it, and you get it as dry as possible. It is still slippery. It's all hell. Like it's unreasonable. It really is.
Gorgonet says, implying I would willfully buy and eat at McDonald's. And I have to imagine someone's like maybe tried fate. Like, you guys remember like back in the day, there was that lady who went to a Wendy's and said she found a finger in her chili.
Yep.
And then it turned out that was a hoax.
Yep.
I have to imagine that someone has been stupid enough to try choking on some food from McDonald's or something. I don't know. Like, that's just my thought process.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't think I'd realistically get any money from that, because it would be it wouldn't really be the food's fault for without being stupid.
Really? You're probably right. Gorgonite says, but if it was real, I'm sure it would have improved the flavor.
Oh my.
Oh, he's talking about the finger in the chili.
I mean, I heard about a Florida McDonald's, someone finding weed in their McDonald's parfait.
It's Florida, though. Do you expect anything different?
This is true.
I'm pretty sure the Florida Man meme exists for a reason.
Well,
yeah, you got to be careful about people in Florida. They're kind of bad shit.
Well, the only reason why they were able to take Area 51, the Rooster Teeth sort, was because of the leadership of Florida Man.
The guy who originally posted it was from Florida.
No, it was basically what they did with the Area 51 sort was that they took all the memes and stuck them together.
Oh, okay. You're saying a Florida man would lead the charge.
Yep. Basically, you had their whole army was made up of Naruto runners, vloggers, and internet memes.
Jesus Christ, man. That's just so. That is just so messed up.
So, about the Mythoverse comics. So those are. I hear some people are making some comics.
Yes.
Yes,
We got so derailed.
Yep, I hear you can find some at Area 51.
Comments about what?
Oh God, Adobe Kroger is a Florida woman.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm pretty sure somebody from the Paladin Order actually runs Area 50.
To be fair, you know what? In Knight Errant, there is a very Florida man moment in there when Adobe consecrates her banjo and uses it as a warhammer against a monster.
Amazing.
Yep.
So if Adobe Kroger is
she's got nothing on but a t-shirt and her panties, and she's soaked in the rain. So
I'm pretty sure they wear boxer shorts because I don't think they make R2D2 panties. I may be wrong though. I'm not a panty connoisseur.
Man,
it's fiction. It can be whatever Dan wanted it to be.
You've seen Matt. You and I have both seen the image that. You and I have both seen the image that that Dan got commissioned by Leandro back in the day.
Yep.
It's
and
panty.
Although it's not R2D2.
I know what I saw, and those were panties.
Yep.
Gorgonite Emissary says Adobe Kroger Florida woman memes when.
We kind of already had one. But I think it might be on Dan. It's probably on Dan's Twitter, but I have to go digging.
Also, if she's a Florida woman, does this mean that copies of her comic come with cocaine?
That's what you have to ask Dan about.
I mean, it's either that or bath salts. I mean, your choice. Or, of course, Natty Light.
You know, it's kind of good that Maeve's a Washington girl. How about the only thing you'll probably find in her comics are pot? It's 100% legal in my state.
Funny thing is that only used to be legal just in Lansing in Michigan.
Really? It only used to be legal in Lansing?
Well, that's where all the politicians are.
True. That is true. But have they worked on getting it legalized for the rest of the state?
Well, a lot of the politicians would prefer they only were able to use it, but, you know, it's been made legalized in the entire state.
Well, what other comic updates do we have, if any?
To be honest, it's been a rather slow week in terms of comic updates.
Yeah.
We do have some things that are possibly going on, but we can't officially comment on them yet.
Yeah. I can say that we did talk with Dan about this earlier, Matt, that we're planning to premiere the audio cast on the 27th of this month.
Yep, that depends on. Ultimately, it depends on Lauren, Elfia's voice actress, because she can start on it at the middle of the month.
Yeah, Lauren's got another thing of hers going on, her own project going on right now too. Yep. Is that kind of backed her up a little bit?
Well, I think part of it also has to deal with family.
Oh boy, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable. But yeah, we'll say that we got one short story by Dan, which is called "The Runaway," which features Obi Kroger, played once again by Addison Peacock, who is helping out a girl named Samantha, played by another voice actress named Corinne LePage. And I've got My Last Night in San Francisco, which is Maeve's best friend Jenny Han looking back on her life in her old town of Sacramento, California, and the events that led up to her leaving. And she is going to be voiced by Blossom from the Kumite. And we have Scott in the panel too. But he's getting no mic, so he's just going to be listening in on us. That's okay, Scott.
So, Gorgonite Emissary says that the Adobe Kroger comic could be made out of alligator hide.
That would actually be pretty cool. I mean,
that would also be as expensive as hell.
What?
Made out of what kind of hide?
Alligator.
Oof.
I mean, it would be really cool, but it would also be expensive. And let's be frank, we'd probably run afoul of PETA.
Who gives a shit about PETA?
Well, I'm trying to think.
The internet will just descend on them in a shitstorm.
Well, I'm concerned about the actual binding of it because I would imagine it would have to be at least as thick as one scale for proper binding. I'm not familiar with alligator hide. I'm not thinking about the actual feasibility of this.
Look, it's a Florida woman meme. It doesn't have to make sense.
Nope.
That's half the fun.
It does not have to make sense at all. And that is would be a hell of a variant cover. Gorgonite Emissary is right about that. Ooh. Sorry about that. I almost yawned. So let's see. But yeah, I think I honestly think we got nothing else as far as the comic shit goes, and I mean the stuff that happened on the Discord. I mean, we could talk about it, but we can't show any of it. That's a problem.
It'd get taken down. The stream would go down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, artwork on the server. Yeah, no, the only stuff that I can think about that you guys show would be, whatever got put in the Mythoverse diner and my shitty phone done safe for work cover for who was it? Things work.
Actually, now that I think about it, I remember Matt telling me something about one time that he and his family went to a Vietnamese place, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Matt, you better tell this story.
So we went to Great Lakes Crossing, and it was back during the opening days of the mall. So that was about probably 7th grade at the time, and we decided to go eat at this really fancy-looking Vietnamese diner. And we ordered the pho. It was made all wrong.
Apparently your dad found it lacking, right?
Very lacking. Actually, we all did. Honestly, that's how bad it was.
God damn, really?
We never went back to that place ever again.
Did they get everything wrong with it?
Yep.
So what are some of the things that you're supposed to do with pho in order to make it taste the best? Because I've actually been wondering. I've read a few articles and recipes online. One of the recipes I was talking about said, going and making your own bone broth for the broth. But it mentioned that, you're going to be simmering this stuff, 12 hours or more. And I mean, I don't have that time right now, or else I would.
That's basically it, honestly.
So, good pho takes time to make.
Yep.
Okay, so speaking as someone who knows good pho, what goes into it, Matt?
Basically, it varies. Usually, very assortment of spices, as well as onions and such. The broth has to be high enough for you to be able to put raw beef in there and it'll cook it.
Wait, you basically boil beef into this?
Well, no. Or I boiled into individual servings.
I don't know. Okay, I think I'm a bit lost in this. You said it has to be hot enough to cook the beef. This sounds like you're basically boiling the beef.
Yeah, in the soup.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, like
to kind of clarify a little bit, because at least this is what I did. You slice the beef like really thin as you can get it, and you lay it in the bowl with like the noodles, and you boil the broth. You pour the boiling hot broth over, and you pour that over the beef and the noodles. It's supposed to go and cook the beef. And I mean, I used store-bought, faux broth, but it still turned out really, really good.
would it go without saying to say those instant bowls of pho are about as shitty as like instant ramen?
Yeah.
Instant ramen can be okay if you're willing to put enough effort into adding stuff to it. Although at that point, you'd probably just want to make your own ramen.
Soy sauce, fish sauce, ginger, and that's about all you really need to make instant ramen taste half decent.
Well, fish sauce is basically what the Vietnamese put in everything as well.
See, I use what is it? Seaweed. Just the roasted seaweed, and you only need a little bit because it's intense. Some spices, green onions, meat, obviously, egg, soft boiled egg, cut in half.
Hmm.
It's been a long time since I ever. It's been a long time since I've went and had a soft boiled egg. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, thing I really want to get into. I really want to get into making. Thing that I have wanted to make this forever, but I just don't have the time to. I think it's gotta be one of the videos I posted in the diner channel. Just was it? No, actually, Salem made some Guinness cupcakes, which to hear him tell it is a very rich dessert.
Trust me, I am jealous. I honestly wish I could have some Guinness cups. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a perfect dessert.
Yeah, I bet it is because I'm gonna assume like you probably can't even barely taste the alcohol because it just cooks right out of it. That when you bake it.
I actually read something. You actually, when you make something with alcohol, you actually have to cook it for a certain amount of time to make sure that all of the alcohol is burned out. Not to say that it's bad if it isn't. People say, "Oh, it's all just going to burn out." That's not necessarily true.
Well, no, you're right about that. I mean, like alcohol evaporates really quickly, but it's probably not quickly enough. Like now I found what I was looking for. So, one thing I want to try my hand at making homemade bacon.
Homemade bacon. Now that was an episode of Binging with Babish to watch, and also that is a task and a half. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, just think about it. You just get some pork. You just get some pork belly. I think it's pork. You cut it from pork belly, right? I think it's
I
pork.
believe so.
Yeah, and you can cut bacon strips that are as thick as you want them. Seriously, who would not want that?
Laughs in Southern.
Keto.
Laughs and high cholesterol.
I don't care. Star says I want to fix some mozzarella sticks. That actually sounds pretty good too. I also kind of like this. I also like this donut episode. It was how I discovered sour cream donuts, and I really fucking love those. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys really like sour cream, but they make surprisingly really good donuts.
Yeah, I can actually see that. Sweet and sour, basically.
Well, it's not exact. I don't think it's really super sour as such, because like what I've had, it's just like kind of get. I mean, there's a little bit of sour in it, but not enough that it's overwhelming. It kind of, I think it's just enough sour to at least enhance the sweet. Like, you're not gonna know it until you've actually had it.
Very true. I mean, I
Triple.
remember a while back, I think it was Burger King that had the bacon sundaes.
Really?
Yep.
Although to be fair, bacon and anything sweet is actually better than people give it credit for. Like, you ever slap like?
Now, hang on. I'm going to stop you right there. There's this. At the place I work at. There's like it's a sort of Tex-Mex style salad that they add brown sugar bacon to, and that just does not match with everything else they put in it.
Now, you see, if you're gonna go and do what I would call candied bacon, bacon with brown sugar or something very similar, you have to pair it with ice cream and brownies. There's a nice little pub right down the road called Brown Iron Brewery. I love that place. That place is the best. I don't know if they still have it, but they used to. It was candied bacon and brownies, and it was amazing.
I just coat my bacon in maple syrup. Anyone who's gonna
Disdain for plebs.
anyone's gonna knock it, I'll all say is don't knock it till you've tried it.
Oh no, I tried it. I think it's good. I'm just saying but it's a thing that happens on my plate, not something I deliberately do.
I've done it deliberately. I mean,
now I do envy you because living up far north as you do, you probably have a lot better access to actual maple syrup.
I'm on the border of Canada.
Shit's expensive here.
We could probably get maple syrup with very little problems.
Well, we do have maple trees up in the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, but we've mostly got most of our trees, to be honest, are evergreens.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Scott.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. We're just we're not much. We're just sort of we're just kind of shooting the shit while we stream at this point. Which I mean, we kind of do that all the time anyway. Hey, Scott, Matt and I were in the Wicked Shed on Twitter. You posted some new pages from Wrath.
Yeah. What'd you guys think?
Looks great.
Actually, Matt, Matt, can you pull up all that up?
Whoa.
If
No, no, no.
if Scott's okay with that first.
No, we're not ready to show that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You can talk and you can build some hype and some anticipation, but right now I'm keeping that for closer to launch.
yeah. I was going to ask if Scott was going to be okay with it because he shared it in Wicked Chat, not his profile.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, yeah, what I saw, like, that looked like something out of a horror movie.
Yeah, we kind of did a little bit of tweaking on the Rage Puppy. It's more of Amelia's style. Um, with we went a little heavier on like the scar emphasis from what Drew originally did. Which I'm okay with. I like it. It looks good on the page.
You know, just say like what I saw, like the Rage Puppy legitimately looks like a monster now.
He didn't look like I thought he looked like a monster before.
Well, he did, but now he just looks like a really scary monster now.
Well, the fire does help.
And not just that, I mean, like he's like his front paws, like they almost look like human hands, and he's
Yeah, that was a little bit more subtle on Drew's design, but if you actually look at it, you can see it. That's one of the things when I was having other artists like try and recreate Drew's work is a lot of them miss that.
yeah, I mean, like that's actually a good touch because then it's this mix of human and inhuman features, and it really comes together to make, especially with like the blank eyes and the snarly face. It, like I said, it looks like this thing legitimately looks like a scary monster.
And that whole like animalistic, because it's gonna take on a more human form later, but it's still gonna have some of that animalistic look to it as well. So it's like a two-way street there.
Yeah, which is yeah. I mean, like I guess all I can say is that Emilio seems to be clicking with the book well.
This isn't his first rodeo. I mean, this guy is like legit. Like, I think this is his 5th comic. So like, he's just like one-stop shopping. Like he does. We basically just give him the concept and said we want it to look like this, and here's the script, and go. And he just puts all the panels together how he wants them, does all the lettering, and he does it quickly. Like that page you saw today, like he had like a almost finished. I had him tweak some things on it, but like he almost had it done in like an hour.
Damn, like that's a yeah. I mean, like Antonella works at a similar pace. Actually, you know, I think it's okay if we could show tomorrow's comic, Matt.
I think we should probably wait until it's we can post because they never showed it during the Radio Mythoverse. So to be honest, I think that's one of those things that has to be all 3 of us should agree on.
Okay, is this the new Mythochibi comic?
Yep, and this one is gonna have a nice little Easter egg in it, and this time I think this will not be like the one with Blossom. I think people will pick up
Yeah.
Well, let's just say it kind of shows a difference in how it kind of shows a difference in parenting styles with Adobe and Althea.
Oh, and that's fun.
You know what's weird is that at least for the Chibis, it almost kind of seems like Adobe's the responsible one.
Yeah, that was kind of what we set up. It's sort of like the roles are reversed, but the personalities are more or less the same. Well, she was the responsible one up until she let Maeve Grand Theft Auto.
Spoilers.
Listen, that game teaches it teaches social spatial awareness,
It teaches balance.
social maneuvering skills, and money management.
And
It's
don't
not
forget the
really a.
hand-eye
It's not.
coordination.
It's not really a spoiler. It was last week's comic. How's it a spoiler?
Tubi teaches you to go and
No,
beat
no,
up
no.
the
The
hooker for your
spoiler
money
is what's
back.
on the back of the car.
Chad, I mean, like, how's it a,
Downforce is very important when cornered.
Chad, how is it a spoiler if we're talking about last week's comic?
It's really not, especially for Mytho Chibis. I'm assuming that it's not covering events that are going to happen.
Nope.
No. Like, Mythochibis is its own thing.
All right, just kind of figured, wanted to double check
You
on
know,
that.
Yeah, let me put it this way: about the most foreshadowing you get out of this is that you see characters that are going to appear in the books, and that's it. It's never gonna. It doesn't foreshadow events that are gonna happen. It doesn't connect. It has no connection to the regular Mythoverse. It's its own thing. It's just putting the characters in a chibi comic that is nothing but jokes.
Oof.
No.
Some
I'm
hit,
not gonna-
some miss.
It's. I mean, to bring it back to the food analogy, to bring it back to food, it's the appetizer before the main course.
Yep. And really, Brett has been writing most of them, and they've all been great.
I've written a lot of them. I think you wrote like what, 2 or 3 of them?
I wrote 2.
I'm not gonna lie. That foe, that was a large bowl of food, and I hit that like after food. Hey, let's go into a coma stage.
I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking this week should just be Adobe trying to make Foe and Maeve just thwarting her every attempt.
Oh God.
Come on, that would be that. Okay, like Matt, what are all the ways you can ruin Foe?
Chinese, having someone who's Chinese make it, according to my dad.
Ooh. Fucking shots fired right there.
Okay, now, any other ways? Like, how many ways can you ruin this when you're trying to cook it?
Not enough seasoning, over seasoning.
Oh yeah. Wait, if you over season it, if you cook it for too long, or if you cook it for too short of a time.
Yeah, what I picture is when Adobe is just letting it sit and cook, Maeve goes in, gives it a taste, decides there's not enough flavor, and then just throws everything in.
Yeah.
Or she just knocks a whole bunch of spices into it because reasons. I don't think she would try tasting it.
Let me see.
Or she could throw candy into it.
Yeah.
The noodles. You can mess with the noodles.
If you use ramen noodles, you're dead to me.
If you use udon, you're dead to me.
Oh, and
no,
also, if you cut the beef too thick too.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, that'll fuck you.
Or if you don't have beef in there.
Wait, does it have to be beef?
Well, there's Fobo, and I think it's Foga, and Foga is chicken.
Yep. You know, there's actually... Last time I went to California, which is beginning of June, I found out that there's a group of Vietnamese decided to turn pho into the focus of a fast food joint.
Really?
Yep.
It was not good, was it?
I haven't tried it.
I mean, I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine fast food pho would taste good because, as you said, proper pho takes time to make.
But you know what I find amazing about the Vietnamese section of Los Angeles.
What?
How quickly that they're able to take something like the self-serve kiosks and use them in their own businesses.
Really?
Yeah. There were a couple of bakeries that had self-serve kiosks. The fast food pho place had a kiosk.
I can.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yep. But I think it has more to do with how they're able to innovate the new, or at least the new generation of Vietnamese in the area, such as there were a lot of more modern-looking restaurants.
You know what? What really?
What?
Sorry.
Oh, go on. Go on.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, okay. Well, the Dallas area, or at least the part that I'm in, has a fairly large Vietnamese population, but I've only within the past like 10 years seen pho places start to pop up.
And apparently over actually in Vietnam, apparently a lot of street sell pho. So
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know.
Well, they've always had pho, but it's also been a primarily seafood heavy restaurants.
Yeah, I gotta do a little digging because like most of the Asian restaurants out where I live are either Chinese or Korean.
Funny
look on a lark, for perspective, on a lark, I went looking for Filipino restaurants near where I live. I found 3. Okay, so we got Pho Pacific out in Tacoma. I-5 Pho, also in Tacoma. Pho and Tofu, which is in Puyallup.
Oof, tofu and pho.
That sounds like a vegan place.
I Pho in Lakewood and the Pho Thai restaurant in Tacoma.
What's your opinion on tofu and pho?
Honestly, it depends on how the tofu is made.
They all have pho in the name.
Well, it's a brand now, I guess.
Guess it's a phony business.
Oh, and here's something funny. Here's an I swear to God, this is the name of it. It's Pho You.
Well, I guess they could go pho.
Oh my god.
themselves.
You want to hear a restaurant name that I've seen that will give you a headache? It's a Chinese restaurant, and it's called Takey Outie.
Oh god, I know the exact place you're talking about.
That's pretty bad.
I kind of want to eat there just to see how bad it is. And I think just down the road from that place, by like a half mile, is also a place, and I'm gonna get a little close to the mic for this one. It's called Daddy's Donuts.
Takey Outie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I just found out it's a chain. Like you can find one down in Florida.
Did you say Fort Lauderdale?
Florida.
No, Florida. Like I'm pulling up. I said Florida. It says it's in Cutler Bay, Florida. There's a Takey Outie in Cutler Bay, Florida. Oh my god.
I just think it's funny how it's a Chinese-owned restaurant.
I'm trying to find the Yelp. I found a Yelp review. It's the Cutler Bay one. It has 3 stars out of 5 on Yelp. This might be the one you're talking about because this one says it's in Utica, Michigan.
Yep. Hey, don't dox me.
Nobody knows. You don't live in Utica.
Well, now you're double doxing him.
No, I don't because
You
no
say
one's
Utica?
I'm kidding.
Yep. I am surprised.
Don't worry,
Michigan
Pete.
has a Utica. The only Utica I know is in upstate New York.
Utica or Albany? Also, you have Gorgonite on the Radio Mythoverse stream chat. Daddy's Donuts. Giggity.
He also says if Xanthos makes it into Mythochibi, she'd definitely be the bad aunt for Maeve. I can can I dox Takey Outie though?
I don't think that's possible if the place already has its
It does.
location public.
It has its address on the homepage.
Yeah.
Then I don't think it counts as doxing if you tell people where it is.
11201 Hall Road, Utica, Michigan 48317.
Wow, I think that might be a hate crime now.
Why? Why?
White man doxes what's it called crappy Chinese food place. Stop the
Says it serves Chinese, Szechuan, and Thai. Also, their homepage says there's no MSG in their food.
fuck them. MSG makes things taste great.
My dad actually can't do MSG. It messes with him.
I don't I'm gonna go on a limb and say Takey Outie is not a chain because I think the Cutler Bay, the one down in Florida, might be a different place.
It probably is.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's on a website called Beyond Menu for one. Yeah, so yeah, it probably is not the same place. It's just, oh my god, it's just like, that is a terrible name. It's just like, I need to find the Yelp review for this place.
I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of people who call it incredibly insensitive, racist, and whatever else.
Even though it's owned by Chinese people. Oh, it has 2.5 stars on Yelp.
The Utica one?
Yes.
I'm not surprised. It's essentially a hole in the ground kind of place.
Do you want me to read some of the reviews?
Sure.
Do it.
Okay, so gotta make sure I gotta phase through the sponsored ones. Okay, here's some of the reviews for Takey Outie. My friend, oh, it's only got like one. No, okay, this one's a 4-star review. No, oh, here's a 1-star review. Worst Chinese food ever. If you like your egg rolls so greasy they're soggy and taste like oil, then it might be for you. The fried rice was just ellipses weird. Very dark in color, no flavor. I saturated mine with soy sauce and greasy. I questioned the sensation of greasy rice, but then I noticed the slick oily feel on my lips after I ate a bite and was like, yep, definitely greasy. My daughter surprised me with this as carryout so I wouldn't have to cook dinner. That was the nicest thing about this. The best place around for Chinese, in my opinion, is First Walk on 17 and Hayes. They have great food in large portions. One dinner is enough for 2 people. Another 1-star. Have eaten here in the past and the food was good. Not sure if there's a new cook, but something has changed. The food today was very disappointing. After getting home, I realized part of the order was missing. Called to have the missing item removed from my bill. Extremely poor customer service. They called me a liar and refused to refund me for the item I didn't receive. Definitely not the quality and service I've received in the past. Another 1-star. This was the most disappointing meal I've had this year. I had it delivered. I asked for chow mein, received lo mein. The meal was just bland. I make better fried shrimp rice than this brown rice I ordered. I will never order from here again. The customer service was horrible, all caps. Called to ask for the correct food that I wanted, and she said, we don't do refunds. Dumbass, I never asked for a refund. Don't order food from here. They have no clue what they're doing. Order delivery, and they brought the wrong food. So naturally, they get a call, and said they'll call back. And sure enough, the answer to the problem is, we're too busy. We can't deliver your food. No offer for a refund or anything. Just deal with it.
You know,
and then there's it seems like it runs the gamut from either 4-star reviews to 1 stars.
You know, the thing is, I've passed through the place, and if they say they're busy, they're lying.
Really?
Yep.
You guys don't want to believe. Yeah, there's the Yelp page. Like I said, there are a lot. Oh man, there's one 5-star. Oh my God, you guys are not gonna believe this.
What?
There are blue check marks on Yelp.
I'm not surprised. Also, I'm pretty sure the 4 stars and 5 stars are from employees or family.
Or it could be like quote unquote actual food critics.
Who are bribed. Honestly, I'd like to see a Kitchen Nightmares episode on that place.
Yeah, it is very bizarre. Like a lot of these, yeah, like this thing averages out to 2.5 stars on Yelp.
Wow.
They actually did a Kitchen Nightmares episode near where I live.
Really?
Yeah, the restaurant is closed now, so it was too late.
Must not have
I mean,
helped.
but most of those restaurants, they're too late to turn it around, which is unfortunate. But you know.
So what's the point of Gordon Ramsay even places just so what he can yell at people?
It's more along the lines of he actually does want to try to help out. It's unfortunately it takes whether it's pride or arrogance that they think they can turn it around without his help, or a lot of them could be just they could be last ditch efforts.
Or, there's the whole process of applying for the show, them getting around to you, the filming. So by the time, like, the show airs, which would actually do you any good, you're probably already dead in the water.
Pretty much. Although, in the British version of Kitchen Nightmares, there were certain places that that were dead in the water because the owner did not want to change. Such as that one episode in France where he tried helping a young woman out with her store, but the thing is, she refused to change. She did not want to open it before noon, and she had the store, her restaurant closed because her cat was pregnant.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my. The cats take care of themselves for the most part.
Yeah, well, for this woman, her pregnant cat was more important, as well as sleeping in, and not try to repay her father's loan to start this restaurant.
Let me guess. She was a single middle-aged woman too, right?
No, she was a young, I think, college-age woman. I think her father decided to give her the loan because he thought that it was something she was passionate about.
Nope.
Oh, that was a big no.
No, I'm just saying nope. It was wrong.
Yep. It was just a fickle young woman who wanted to do something, decided she didn't want to go all the way in on it.
No, instead she just wants to take care of her kitty.
Yep, and sleep in. So basically everyone who was employed by her lost their jobs. Her father was out thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I think I remember there was one of my coworkers told me about, I think it was another episode of Kitchen Nightmares. And the guy that Gordon was arguing with, that he said to Gordon right to his face, if they don't like it, they can go work somewhere else. And Gordon said, "How dare you?"
Yeah, it's that kind of arrogance that says that you're better than your employees.
Well, it's more like I can. It's that kind of arrogance that says I can replace these people.
No wonder morale is low. Kind of thing.
Yeah, Gordon gives his employees shit if you've seen like his older stuff where he's working at his restaurant, but he also pays them a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's also not like that 100% of the time.
Yeah.
He's really not. He only yells at you if you screw up, and even then, usually only if you screw up relative to what you're saying that you are. If an amateur chef who's just kind of like, oh, I'm trying this new thing, he's not going to really get on their case. If someone says, I want to do this as a profession and I want people to pay me for it, and then they do a half-assed job, he's going to get upset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing in a video was Anthony Bourdain where he was talking about Hell's Kitchen. He said, like, I don't know where people think that's what Gordon's like. That's not him at all. Watch Kitchen Nightmares. That's closer to the real Gordon.
Yeah, from what I've seen of the episodes where they go and see how the restaurants are doing, he seems legitimately upset that whenever he hears about how a restaurant is closing.
Huh.
Also, there's that one guy he was not surprised about ditching out on his employees because he was one of those restaurant owners that felt like he was better than everyone else.
Yeah. By the way, shirtless Yoda bowed out for the night. We'll see you later, Yoda.
See you later, Yoda.
There was a recent Hell's Kitchen where this one dude was talking a lot of shit. They were supposed to make what was it? That rice dish. The one where you put stock into it slowly over time, and then at the end you like beat it really hard. It's Italian. Well, anyway, he was making it, and he was talking a lot of shit. Like he's like, "Oh, I make this every day. I'm so good." And I remember cringing every time and thinking, "I really, really hope he wins," just because I would cry out of like empathetic embarrassment for him if he talked that big a game and didn't pull through. Because Gordon had said, whoever wins, it's going to be featured, for the next season in the Hell's Kitchen restaurant. And he actually did win. Which I'll generally let people talk shit and be an ass if they can back it up. And this guy backed it up.
Yeah, it's really rare to see people who talk shit but are able to back it up rather than they talk shit and they're unable to back it up. You see a lot of people on Twitter talk shit without being able to back things up.
I don't know what I stepped back into, but I do have a very particular phrase that works well for this situation. And it goes a little something like this.
Oh, risotto. It was risotto.
Talk shit, get hit.
Pretty much.
I remember working with this one guy who had his last job was at Wendy's, and he was talking about how simple McDonald's was going to be because he worked at Wendy's. You know how this turned out.
Yeah, it's not like, even though they're both burger places, they do things a little differently.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but even when he was able to catch on, he was not fast at all.
Okay, so let me put it this way. If you went from McDonald's to Burger King, you'd basically clean house.
Well, for the most part, they do make the same kind of burgers.
The difference is, though, Burger King broils.
Yeah. But in terms of sandwich construction, they're about the same.
Over the years, I don't think I've ever had a burger from Burger King that didn't taste like the meat was burnt.
Over the years, I don't think I've ever had a Burger King burger that didn't taste like one of those fake burgers you can buy for $1 from Meyer.
You know, the funny thing is that I saw that they raised the price on the dollar burgers.
Oh,
Really?
they did. Did they raise the quality too?
No.
Nope.
Ah,
Probably not.
I mean, it's still better value than the frozen White Castle.
oi, oi, oi. Them's
What you
fighting
got?
words. Frozen White
guys-
Castle is fucking delicious.
That's because they use their stock.
White Castle is where you go when you're stoned at 3 in the morning.
No, when I was stoned at 3 in the morning, I went to McDonald's that my friend was working at and had him make me food because he was the kitchen bitch that night.
I think when I was traveling, I saw a White Castle once. I don't remember where it was.
I ain't got a dog in this fight anyway. If I want to get White Castle out in Washington, I have to go to Walmart.
Funny thing is that where the White Castle is, there's a bunch of restaurants that aren't very common in Michigan. You have White Castle, and then you have Hardee's, then you've got Del Taco.
God damn,
And
really?
Yep.
Then there's an
We have a
Italian
Del
place
Taco.
going in next door as well. Fun fact about Del Taco, by the way, they serve everything all day. Breakfast and lunch. Or no, they serve like breakfast till like 11 or something like lunches all day.
I'm still weirded out that they gave you fries with taco.
Well, that's Taco Bell now too.
Okay, Taco Bell's fries were shit, let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go. They found me.
All right,
we
see you,
heard,
Scott.
we heard the kid, but thanks for coming on, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did a Google map search. No White Castles in Washington. Just to confirm it, yeah. I have to go to Walmart and buy the frozen White Castle sliders.
I mean,
That's about all I can get.
I mean, it's not like you're not buying straight from the source.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really care because why would I go to White Castle when I could just go to Carl's Jr.?
Yeah. I've seen how they make the burgers. They basically put them in a steamer. The sandwich completely put together. They are packaged in the same kind of packaging as the frozen White Castle. So basically, you're getting what they get.
You're talking about White Castle, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, shit.
Also, Carl's Jr.'s in Michigan's Hardee's.
I know.
I'm just clarifying for the audience.
Oh.
I mean, they've always been pretty open no matter where they operate, that it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I know on their website it actually has just both things next to each other.
Yep. The one thing I really do remember Carl Jr.'s from is from Idiocracy.
There we go. That was a good.
I did not see that movie.
You
It
can get
has
anything from
a-
Carl's Jr., even a law degree.
It has aged well, I will not lie. For an early 2000.
Weird, like for a Texas production, you'd think they go with Whataburger.
And here's the thing though. It's like I think there was this stream I was listening to, and I forget who was doing it, but I remember this one line that stuck out to me. Idiocracy is what the left thinks the right wants to turn the world into, and Demolition Man is what the right thinks the left wants to turn the world into.
You know, Demolition Man has really aged well.
Yes, it is.
Honestly, I'd like to think that we can all kind of stand on a mutual ground and that no matter what, we're fucked.
I would say that elements of both Idiocracy and Demolition Man have, well, if you get right down to it, both movies have been prophetic in their own ways.
Yeah, I mean, people have become idiots. Not gonna lie.
And then of course you get the rampant political correctness.
Where sex is illegal.
I have had.
Yeah, Gorgonite nailed it, and those in the center seat combination of both movies happening in real time.
I have seen so many people in the drive-through, and I have had so many people yell because we don't have. And I'm just at this point, you know what? I've gotten to the literal point of being so fed up and done with asshole people. And the thing is it's from a very specific age. It's from, people in their 30s to 50s, I'd like to say, somewhere. And there's a good reason for this, and I saw a Tumblr post about it, and I want to bring this up because, I think this could make an interesting discussion topic. Have you noticed that the two nicest groups of people, age group wise, are going to be people getting close to being senior citizens or senior citizens, and people about 20 and younger?
Uh-huh.
Almost everything in between either tends to be dismissive, which, that's tolerable, or just rude and mean. And the thought was brought up that the reason why those people in their 30s to 50s are so rude, mean, and just assholish all the time is because they know they will get what they want if they act like they're just being children. Giant, whiny, bitchy, wrinkly children.
Yeah.
You're probably right about that.
A lot of them will probably spoiled as children.
Yep, used to a different kind of people working behind the counter. Because, well, let's face it, the modern generation, my generation, the modern generation, the people who are up and coming now.
We're talking about millennials, right, Chad?
Unfortunately, that is the term used to describe my generation, but
Hey, that's my generation too, you know.
I do not associate with the name of my generation or most of my generation, as most of us are a bunch of fucking idiots who just no put down the smartphones, put down the tablets, put down the computers, unplug yourself from the internet. I do not need to know what kind of stupidity you're getting up to today. I don't care. I don't want to know because it's gonna give me an aneurysm. I can't handle the stupid of my own generation anymore. It's come to the point where most of my friends that I do currently have are older than me by like 2, 3, or Matt's case, I forget exactly how, but it's
Probably
more,
a decade.
give or take, or they're a little bit younger than, because the people in my age group, at least that I'm constantly around, that I've noticed, they're just a bunch of fucking idiots, and I can't stand it. That is the one thing that I cannot stand in this world. If you're going to do anything, be anything, don't be stupid.
I mean, I'm not gonna defend the millennials. No. Of course I will. Of course, that does also not mean I won't bash boomers and Gen Xers too.
Oh yeah, no,
They deserve their own brand of shit too.
they've earned it.
Especially
Oh,
boomers.
Sorry, boomers, you wrecked everything.
You remember when our parents told us they're gonna make us fucking cry?
Yeah.
Well, they certainly are these days. They ruined the planet for us.
I'm just gonna say, boomers, you wrecked everything. Gen Xers, you fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, Gen Xers, if there's one thing I can use to describe the Gen Xers, it would be Oh yeah, they were born too.
Yeah. I mean, Dan's obviously excluded. He's Dan's company is obviously excluded. So, all right.
No, I mean I actually kind of admire that they didn't make any waves. You know, they just kind of were.
Yeah, I mean, like to hear Dan tell it, it's like they had no direction in life.
Well, you look at how they are directed, how boomers were begin before them.
You got up, you worked, you ate, you slept, and you got up again.
I don't know. I think it's kind of a study in contrast. If Gen Xers are a result of no direction, millennials are a result of too much direction.
Yeah, they probably want Gen Xers probably wanted to be not their parents.
Oh no, doubt. I mean, like you guys probably won't know this, but man, I have had conversations with Dan, and like, let's just say, he doesn't have the kindest thing to say about his dad.
Oh my. Okay, Gorgonite, you are one of my favorites right now. Millennials are the failed abortion dumpster crack baby generation no one wanted to fix. You aren't wrong.
Star, you're 28, so you're a millennial. So you are part of the failed abortion dumpster crack baby generation. That is depressing.
I find it weird that the general advice that millennials were given.
Neo Star. Yeah, no, Neo Star would be.
I'm 20. I turned 29 in November. He's a millennial just like me.
No, you guys are millennials. I am unfortunately Gen Z.
You're a Zoomer.
A Zoomer.
Fuck my life. I'm stuck in the same generation as the dumb shits who ate Tide Pods and considered that an internet challenge. That is not an internet challenge. An internet challenge is taking one of those large serving spoons of cinnamon powder and jamming it in your mouth, trying to swallow the damn thing. That is a challenge. Of course, your viewers don't do that, as it is dangerous and will probably cause you to choke on cinnamon powder, which sucks. I speak from experience.
But then again, it's not gonna kill you like a Tide Pod would.
Not unless you're allergic to it, I think.
Yeah. Or you go into a excessive coughing fit and pass out due to lack of oxygen.
The boomer would probably say that's because your lungs aren't tough enough.
Fair. Fair. Oh, Christ, though. Why couldn't it fall just 1 year later?
I mean,
just 1 year. I didn't want to be part of this generation.
Red. It's not Diet Monster Gorgonite sugar. It's Monster Zero, which is just sugar free, and Reddy's Diet Monster and Lawnmower. Repent, Zoomer. I mean, that means a little played out, but it's funny. I'll admit that. That 30-year-old boomer meme was pretty damn funny.
Yep. I can't believe it's Tuesday already.
What do you mean? And
oh,
how?
Speaking of boomers, does anybody watch Rackets? Nick Recato?
Oh.
Nope.
Small law firm in central Minnesota.
I haven't. I quit watching Nick Recato like almost I think a year ago.
I just listened to it at work.
Yeah, I quit listening as soon as he became all about the drama.
Yeah, like
That's why I started listening, oddly enough.
I mean, you're about to turn into that soon, Brad. Gorgon, I would sooner kill myself than become a boomer. I can always go out like Kurt Cobain, 12-gauge shotgun.
Oof. And honestly,
Like him, I have blue eyes. One that I blew out to the left, and the other I blew out to the right.
Wow.
and Neostar.
I stole that from the Killing Joke.
Yep.
You know, if there's one thing that I think describes grunge, it's we're angry. What is it about? We don't actually know.
Or
But we're angry.
Or as Dan would put it, we don't have any direction.
For Neo, honestly, the Tide Pod thing, if I remember correctly, a lot of that came from 4chan.
Of course I did.
Honestly, I've looked into a few of the stupid campaigns that 4chan has started over the years. Just that way I can go and see, what kind of shitstorms they've caused. I like to go to a specific YouTube channel for it. It's called Internet Historian.
Mm-hmm.
I love how he covers things. He covers them very thoroughly. But I think one of the most interesting ones that I've seen them do, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, is I think for like the past year or two, right around Halloween, they've been having people go out to college campuses and other places where there's the public cork where you can just stick up a flyer, it's there, everyone can see it, and they've been sticking up a White Lives Matter or like All Lives Matter posters.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm wondering what their objective.
I think I remember there was a Tim Pool video I was talking about where they tried this one op where they tried to get someone to overturn a traffic cone in the middle of New York City. And it worked. I think they are just trying to see if they can make the shit they come up with happen in real life, just to see if people will do it. Like,
yeah.
they're like it's all trying to. We're doing this to see if we'll fail.
They do things. They try to get things done because they can, and a lot of the time, I'm not gonna lie, it's just for the kicks.
Huh.
And Neostar, be glad you don't follow 4chan. It is a filthy, dirty cesspool of people that you would probably never want to have a real conversation with in life.
Oh God.
I'm actually browsing 4chan right now.
Oh,
one of
God.
one of my best friends when he was in high school, he used to go to 4chan all the time. Now,
I mean,
for perspective though, he's an admitted autismo.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I still browse every now and then because you can find some like crazy discussions on there and some pretty like neat shit. But holy Christ on a stick, there are some fucked up motherfuckers there.
Yeah, I will also say this. He now hates going onto 4chan because it's full of autismos. Yes, he's an autismo that hates other autismos.
I think to a certain extent, 4chan will.
Well,
wear
your
on
brother's
anyone.
probably self-aware enough to know where the limit is. I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Neostar, there's a lot of that out there, and you don't even want to know the half of it. It is terrible. Don't go.
Yeah. Yeah. I will. One of the funny, I will say though, one of the funniest things I came across on 4chan, and it was the second time I've had a tweet go viral on my account. It was Matt. Anyone who follows me on Twitter knows what I'm talking about. But I think it was like what, last week. Last week I posted a green text, which was a guy telling the story about how the Angela Anaconda short at the beginning of the Digimon movie ruined his parents' marriage.
Yeah, that was depressing to read, and generally speaking, on the internet, I assume everything is untrue, but that one was just depressing enough to be true.
Yeah. Let's see if I'm gonna dig it up, but yeah, it's like I even had someone come in the thread and say I take most green text with a grain of salt, but this one sounds too real.
Yep.
And to be fair, if their marriage was in that dire straits, it was gonna fail. Like probably within the next month or so, but even so.
From
Damn.
what I got from that, it was the last straw. Angela Anaconda was last straw.
Pretty much. It's just like
I never watched it, but I'd seen commercials for it. I'm almost positive. You know, I was thinking the other day why the name Angela Anaconda, and it dawned on me. The art style is very similar to I think Terry Gilliam's animations for Monty Python. You know, another kind of snake, even though snakes have nothing to do with it. That's my working theory.
Yeah.
I found it. Okay, so Angela. So it starts off with a caption of a still from the short. Angela Anaconda Digivolta to Angelamon. This short caused my parents' divorce. Okay, you have my attention. How? Didn't know at the time that parents' relationship was rocky. I begged to see Digimon movie. Parents agree, but I don't realize it's for them to spend some time together as well. Get to theater and excited about Digimon flick. Can even afford popcorn and drinks. Parents look happy. Angela Anaconda short comes on. Parents also don't speak very good English. My little boy mind can't comprehend all the fuck going on. Parents are utterly confused by this Canadian fuck running around in a Digimon suit. I start crying and they pull me out of the theater. Mom and Dad start blaming each other for going to the wrong film. Dad throws away the popcorn Mom wanted. Lots of arguing and I'm still crying. Get out to parking lot and drive off in a rush. Get into accident in parking lot. Dad moves out a month later. Fucking bitch of a whore, Angela Anaconda ruined my life.
Like I said, it's depressing enough to be true.
Also, for the record, Blossom is Canadian and she will not disavow this. She legit liked Angela Anaconda back in the day.
And you hired her.
Gott im Himmel.
Yes, I did it, Matt. Yes, I did.
Let me tell y'all Girl Scouts a story. So I joined the Brony fandom, such as I'm not even sure we were called Bronies back then. It was partway through season 1. I think the most recent episode was Applebuck season. I didn't really watch it on TV. I watched it on YouTube because you would typically find it posted that Saturday within a few hours because the video had to process. You know, and I remember, watching it because, like, I can't believe people are actually watching this. Oh, well, I might as well give it a shot. Nothing on normal adult TV is good anymore. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Was looking forward to the season finale. We didn't know we were getting the season 2 yet, but somebody made a puppet, or at least what I thought was a puppet, on like Etsy or eBay or something, of a background character named Lyra. And I'm like, oh, neat, a Lyra puppet. So I'm looking at the information because I was interested. Maybe I might want to get it. It had like a little hole in the back. It was a plushie. Because at the time I had a carpet beetle problem, and if it was a natural fiber, I wasn't going to get it. So I'm looking down at this Lyra puppet. I'm like, oh no, it's not a puppet. So fast forward to this year, and by the way, this has become like a legendary item within the. It's basically an artifact now, within the fandom. This fleshlight holding Lyra plushie that was really like the initial ignition of the sheer degeneracy that the fandom has produced over the years. So the last BronyCon, which I'm sad to say I haven't gone to any of them, and I felt like I should because it's like Mecca, but whatever. The last BronyCon happened. I think it just wrapped up yesterday, either today or yesterday, and somebody brought, disguised with a pair of pants, because that's a meme with Lyra's, that she's fascinated with humans and wants to find a pair of genuine human pants. The person who had bought the original or made the original, not sure which one, brought it. Went into the to line to get Lauren Faust's autograph. Lauren Faust, the creator of Friendship is Magic, has now signed the fleshlight holding Lyra puppet.
Oh my god.
God herself has blessed this our most sacred, though cursed of artifacts. The circle is now complete.
Does she know that's what she signed?
I doubt it. Again, this person deliberately put a pair of pants on it. So, though, if she browses the internet, I'm sure she knows that something like it exists. I don't know that she knows that this is the one.
Oh jeez. Oh my god, that is so wrong but hilarious. No, I just took a look at the thread for my Angela Anaconda part. Some chick apparently made a video about the short, or some conspiracy theories surrounding Angela Anaconda.
Oh boy.
I don't know what this. That's weird. Yeah, she got it. Yeah, she got in that thread. Like I said, this is the second time I have had a tweet of mine go viral. The first time was when I was dunking on Andrew Dobson.
Andrew Dobson dunks on himself.
Yeah, actually, Life dunked on him.
Who dunked on him?
Life.
Oh, I thought you said his wife dunked on him. I'm like, hey, I didn't know he was married.
No, Life dunked. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Or if he had I'm pretty sure, or even if he got married, she'd be cheating on him within a nanosecond.
Oh, no doubt. Either that or if they'd have a divorce. It's been about 5 minutes.
Pretty much. It's like...
And the fact would be that if he was married, they probably wouldn't have spent a whole lot of time together before they got married. They didn't live together or anything like that. That'd probably be the reason why she'd marry him, because he doesn't know what he's like outside in his own home.
Also, Neo, starting to answer your question about what an autismo is, it's another word for autist or autistic person. Which, if my buddy is anything to go by, comprises most of 4chan's user base. There is a lot of. There's a reason why they call it weaponized autism.
Yep.
To be fair, the thing you need to realize about 4chan is part of the usage of 4chan is that everyone's trying to outdo each other in terms of outrageousness,
It's a
lewdness,
giant,
or
it's a,
they're deliberately trying to be as bad as they can. That's kind of part of the game, so to speak. So whenever I see something terrible on 4chan, I don't really react to it that strongly, generally.
it's just. I'm just saying, there's just so much concentrated autism on 4chan. Like, it only makes sense to you if you're an autist. It's on the that I'm not gonna lie. There was a time when I actually found their antics kind of hilarious. Just because I was seeing the media just lose their shit over it.
Oh yeah,
The
CNN.
hacker known as 4chan.
Ah, boy.
Or just like, I mean, it's a bunch of normies trying to make sense of. What? It's a bunch of normies trying to make sense out of autism.
Which will never go over well.
Yeah, it's just doomed to fail. Neostar says, "Call me an ignorant pleb, but I don't have a strong grasp on autism."
That's a good thing.
Well, the short version is there's all different kinds of autism.
My mom still wants me to get tested for Asperger's, which I found kind of insulting. But, I mean, that's what she wants me to do. I'll do it. Trouble has been finding a psychologist to talk to. I've talked to. I've left messages. Nobody's getting back with me. Whatever.
Gorgonite says, hashtag never forget Shia LaBeouf capture the flag.
That is the best thing that 4chan has done in recent memory for me. That was.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Just like how much they kept screwing with Shia LaBeouf, and how
it culminated in like a sort of what's like people were assassins creating on rooftops with like an Ocean's 11 style heist towards the end of it.
Yeah. It's just like it was. I mean, once it got to London, it was at that point kind of doomed to fail, but good try.
Are we certain that Shia LaBeouf isn't a 4chan op?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Alrighty. Okay, so we're past the 2-hour mark now, so I think I'll just say thanks for coming by, guys, and everyone keep an eye out on your mail around the 20 come the 21st. Getting 2 packages in the and one more time just so nobody missed this. Let me pull it up. Here we are. If you got some spare cash, Ash, please donate to Vamp Candy's GoFundMe for her cat's operation. So with that, we will bid you all a good night, and we will see you next Tuesday.
And where can we find our fine guests for tonight at?
Yes. Guys, this is the time to plug any social medias you got.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Twitter, but I mean, I don't really do anything with it. Yeah.
You honestly should be plugging yourself for commissions at least. I mean, you are good enough for that.
Wait, which one are you talking to?
You, Alabaster?
Oh. Well, yeah. I just got to wrap up some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm working on a few gifts for friends.
Oh, so then
I
you're
really
gonna
should start doing that, though. You're right.
So you're gonna be able to open commissions then pretty soon, then, right?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, keep an eye out for Alabaster Scarf on Twitter for when he starts opening commissions. When Gorgon Emissary says, be sure to follow at Remnant Soul for news on Xanthos the Alchemist. And of course, you know where to find me. I'm at Celtic Bread on Twitter.
And you can find me at MattTrin.
And Dan can be found at Dan_Sakaro on Twitter. All right. And you can find on the Mythoverse on Twitter at Mythoverse. And of course, we got our Streamlabs, our Subscribe Star, and our Patreon. Links are in the description. And so yeah, we are calling it a night.